One, two, three.
Well, this is Kyle Galaz with Poor2Pro Car Sales Training Podcast. Become a sales titan. I love saying that because I get to meet people out there in the USA and Canada, in Australia, and all these other parts of the world that are truly looking to become sales titans. And I have a future one right in front of me who found me online, watched a couple one-on-ones, messaged me, and boom, we're connected. This is the kind of salespeople I like that are really willing to take this next step in their training to become something special. And Jordon, who you're going to meet just in a second, is a very young gentleman who's in the car business, new to the car business, and is not waiting for training. He's going out and getting it because he wants to go to that next level. So, Jordon Bowe, very grateful for you to book a one-on-one. And why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, well, thank you, Kyle. I really appreciate you getting back to me so fast. I mean, I've been super excited. So a little bit about myself. I'm 21, coming out from Bozeman, Montana. Shout out to Kendall Ford Bozeman. I've been working there for a little over 2 months now, and um, just trying to get better. And here I am.
Very, very cool. What made you want to get into car sales?
Well, I've always been kind of wanted, I've always wanted to be a personal trainer. And so I actually went and got all my certificates for being a personal trainer. And I was like, oh, sales comes with this. I was like, you know what? I was in the blue collar industry. I was a truck driver for an excavation company in town. And then I was like, you know what? Let's try sales and see what happens. Heard a little bit about car sales and I was like, let's try it. There's a couple businesses around. Let's see where I can get in. Next thing you know, car sales, and I've been hitting it hard ever since.
Very, very cool. Well, you seem like a very likable person and you have a great attitude. So this is the kind of stuff that will excel. I've known 21-year-olds in the car business that are making over 100,000 a year. So it's if you truly have the positive attitude and you have the vibe, there's nothing that can stop you but yourself. And we'll talk about some of that in your four categories that you picked. But before we got started, you mentioned something and I'd like to elaborate on that before we get to your four topics. What were you bringing up? Can you hear me?
Yeah, so what I've been kind of struggling with, yeah, sorry, is it all good now?
No, you're good.
Okay, cool. So yeah, what I was bringing up was kind of my personal emotions getting mixed into some of these things. I've been struggling with feeling attacked by people because they kind of just lie straight to your face when you're trying to, sell them a car, and then next thing you know, they're dropped off, and they're like, "Oh, did you buy a new car?" And they're like, "No, no, I didn't." And you ask them a couple more times, they're like, "Yeah, I did go buy another car." I'm like, "You could have just said that first place, and I would have like been totally fine with it." And I've been getting a lot of that and haven't had too many rude customers yet. But I know that's coming. It's just hard to not get emotionally attached to that.
Yeah, so that'll be a struggle of your whole career is getting emotionally involved with customers, because a lot of times you'll put in a lot of work and then they buy somewhere else or they lie to you about, down payment or like what you were saying is they think car salespeople are sleazy and or you're lying to them when actually you can't lie to them. If you lie to them, you get in trouble or fired, but they can lie to you all they want, and there's no repercussions. So the emotional involvement, it takes time, but understand that it's still our job, Jordon, to change their perspective of you and to get the truth out of them. And you do that by telling them, hey, if whether you buy from me or not, or if you go shop somewhere else and you buy a car, it is what it is, but give me the courtesy of telling me you bought somewhere. I've heard salespeople say that. Are you having connection problems? Can you see me? Can you hear me, Jordan?
Yep. Oh, cool. I think we're back. I just switched over my computer to my hotspot, which should be working much better
Okay.
now.
Cool.
So sorry
So,
about that.
yeah, the emotional involvement, we'll keep it short on this topic, but you'll learn to disconnect emotion from business. And right now, when you're young and you're fresh in the car business, they're very intertwined. If this is emotion and this is business, They're very intertwined. But as you go through the car business and you learn that emotion, especially where you get fired up, doesn't help you sell more cars. It doesn't. Positive emotion does, but if you get offended and things like that, you're not going to get more car sales from that. So as time goes on, you'll notice that you get less emotional. The only time I get real emotional is if someone calls my sales guy a liar or says, "You lied to me, Kyle." Then I still get a little emotional because I'm not a liar. If I didn't know the answer or something came up and a scenario changed that I didn't know about, well, that's a different story. But I would never directly lie to a customer. And I still get a little offended by that, but time will help you on that. And before you speak, try to really think about what you're about to say when a customer personally attacks the car business or, your manager. Your manager lied to me. Pause for a second, think about your response, and try to get the emotion out of it. But it does take time, so it's a great thing to cover. But the moral of the story is just slow down and know that they're not attacking you personally. They're attacking the car business because they probably had bad experiences before and they don't know who to take it out on except for the next guy. So, but it's still our job to change their mind and show them that, hey, I'm different. You may have had bad experience in the past, but I'm Jordon Bowe. I'm different. I don't have to lie to make a cheap sale. I'd rather tell you the truth and lose the deal than tell you a lie and make the deal. That goes a long way with people, especially people from Montana. They're straight shooters. Hey, if you don't like the car, don't buy it. Oh, okay. Well, I do like the car. Then buy it. Like
Yep.
they're okay with that kind of talk. They don't get all offended. So Montana's pretty awesome. Those people are tough. Okay, so let's get into your topics. I know that you made a comment about Kyle. I can't tell the topics in your
Yep.
episode descriptions, and I actually changed it because of that. So I appreciate the feedback. So topic number one is strategies for acquiring new leads when the store is slow. And then you had number two, tips for making cold calls. Number three was effective ways to improve and grow sales when you're new to the business. That's a great one. And number four, best practices for negotiating a deal with a customer online, even when when they've already contacted other dealerships and received a better price. That's a tough one. In markets where uh, there's lots of dealerships nearby, what do you do to be different? And a lot of times there's another dealership willing to lose money to make a deal. It's fact. So let's start with number one, strategies for acquiring new leads when the store is slow. So tell me about when it's slow. What do you detect personally on the lot when and you decided, man, it's slow. What are you seeing?
Yeah, so when it's, I guess, slow to me, it's one or two people coming in the lot, and then maybe like either just cruising through, right back out, and it's like, oh, there's one, and everyone right away, and then next thing you know, it's gone, and like that's when I try to follow up online or try to wait for phone calls that come in because I know like when like someone is going out there after that. And when it's just one person, no other customers are sitting at tables, I would say that's pretty slow to me.
Yeah, so visually it's slow.
Yeah.
Visually it's slow. It's like, okay, there's no customers, the phones aren't ringing. So I'm not hearing phone calls, I'm not seeing customers. It's slow. I've decided it's slow. So when it's quote unquote slow, that means we got less walk-ins, less internet leads, less phone calls. It just looks dead on the street, like people aren't even driving by, even going to other businesses. So it's slow. Our experience right now is it's slow, right? So let's put it to a number equation. So let's say when it's really slow, that equals number one. So slow equals one, okay? And busy equals three, okay? So slow is one, medium traffic is two, and busy is three. So how do we go from one to three? Now, when I say three, these are the days where you're on the phone, you're typing stuff up, you see a customer out there. Like you got stuff happening. It's a 12-hour day and it feels like it's 4 hours because you've been busy all day. That's a three. Number two, you get to see a couple ups, you got some internet leads. It's kind of an average day, and then one it really sucks. It really sucks, okay? So what if I told you, Jordan, that slow is a mindset? How would you accept that or take that?
I would say I wish I would have started thinking that way a little earlier.
Because I mean, what do we really have control of when it comes to ourselves? It's just us, right? I only have full control of my brain, my body, my hands, my feet, my legs. That's the only thing in life I really have full control of. And sometimes my brain wanders and I can't even stop it. So really, I don't even have full control of that sometimes. But I only have control of one Kyle. Okay. So in my mind, I'm going to determine by my visuals, it's slow. This guy's not doing nothing. He hasn't had it up for 4 hours. I haven't seen a customer drive on the lot. It's slow, right? I'm deciding in my brain that it's number one, it's slow. Or is Jordan the type of guy that says, hey, there's not a whole lot of stuff going on the lot. The lot's a number one. The internet leads are a number one. Phone calls are number one. There's just not a whole lot going on. Where can I find that number three at? So let's think of some ideas where I can create busyness. What do you think Jordan's creative brain who has schooling, probably got good grades and is a smart guy, what's the square root of 100?
Well, that's a little.
It's 10.
Oh, no idea what that one is. Yep, nice try.
But I mean, would you
Oh
would you
boy.
consider yourself fairly smart and creative?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So what does Jordan think? Let's say it's visually a number one out here, visually slow. What could Jordan do in that moment to say, you know what, I need to make it busy. What could Jordan do?
I guess a couple ideas that pop in my head is um, have can go back through, make maybe a cold call list, give that one way, or maybe popping online and trying to find leads myself, with say like something like equity mining, going online and trying to find
Oh, you're breaking up a little bit, Jordan.
suit. Man, maybe I'll
Is your
am I
device is
still
plugged
good
in?
now
Is it plugged in
or no?
like to the wall? I can hear you.
It's not plugged in.
Sometimes if
Okay.
something's not plugged in, it'll go into like a low power mode or something. I don't know. Anyway, okay,
Okay.
so you mentioned a couple, right? Calling stuff, going back, going through equity mining, trying to find people that have paid off rigs. But what physically could you do at the dealership? Could you walk around?
Yeah. Um, study a lot, uh, get busy knowing my product better.
Have you ever worked the service drive?
No, I have not.
Okay, so we all know Fords, right? You work at the Ford store?
Yep.
You have a big, beautiful dealership, correct?
Yep.
What sits behind the dealership that a lot of people visit every day?
At service.
Right, the service drive. So when it's slow up front, I guarantee you when it's slow up front, that you're not seeing a whole lot of action. There's 100 cars or 50 cars or 80 cars getting worked on back there. Tons of cars. Now, all those customers may not actually be there. You may only have a couple in the service drive sitting in the waiting area. But there's a thing you can do. I'm just going to tell you, I won't ask you. You can build a relationship with the service advisor, right? Get to know a particular service advisor, and you can tell the service advisor, hey, if you get a customer that is in a car that doesn't want to fix it and it has so many problems they can't even afford to fix it, how about this? I'll give you 50 bucks if you send them up to me and they buy. Could that be something you do? Did you hear that part?
Yeah,
Okay. So relationships are
sure
also
did. $50.
50 bucks to a service advisor if they buy. And I'll pay you on payday. I don't have the 50 bucks on me. But if you can build a relationship with the service advisor, that guy or girl's going to call you. Hey, Jordan, I got a customer up here that can't afford the repair. It needs a new engine. It's a $5,000 car and it's a $6,000 repair, right? Come get this customer. They're looking for a car. Instead of that service advisor just saying, yeah, if you want to go to the new car department, just walk down this hallway and there's some salespeople up there. You become the go-to guy for these customers that this service advisor is dealing with. What if you did that with all three of your service advisors or four of your service advisors? Yeah, you're shelling out 50 bucks for every car deal that you get. They have to buy it though, Mr. Advisor, or whatever dollar amount you put. But now you got leads coming in from an untapped resource because I promise you, salespeople at your dealership aren't working the service drive because it's scary, because it's out of their comfort zone, and nothing grows in your comfort zone. If you only do the same things that you always do, then you're going to always get the same results. That's how it works. If I only run a 1 mile lap every time I go to train, my body's going to get really good at running 1 mile. But if someone says, hey, I'll race you 5 miles, I can't even run 5 miles because I got really good at 1 mile. So the 5 miles is out of your comfort zone. Shoot, I better start training 5 miles. And then you get really good at that. So if you take a look at your service drive, count how many people, if it's slow up front and you want to go walk in service, you go look at all these potential ups, these potential buyers that no one is helping them. The person that's helping them is the person that's daring enough to step out of their comfort zone and go talk with them. Hey, my name's Jordan. I work up in the sales department. I'm just walking through and I saw you here. Everything okay? You being helped out? Right? You're doing it inquisitive. You're not going back there and saying, "Can I buy, you want to buy a car?" Or you're thinking about trading in your car. How about we just drum up a very organic conversation? Hey, have you guys been helped out? Yeah, I'm getting my vehicle worked on. Oh, are you? What are they doing to it? Oh, they're doing a new transmission. Whoa! What year's your car? Oh, it's a 99 F-150. Oh, okay. And then that can lead you into trading it in, right? But you got to have the guts to do it. You got to be able to say, you know what? I'm not going to be average. I'm going to be stellar. And when people that are stellar go out of their way to do new things, they get new results. So the first one is work the service drive. Get out of your comfort zone and go talk to people. The more people you talk to, the better you get at talking to people. Practice makes perfect. If you never talk to a service customer and you finally decide to, you're going to be mumbling around, fumbling around, nervous. But if you do it 5 times a day, by day 20, you're going to be a master at it. Practice makes perfect. So when you decide that, hey, visually it's slow out here, there's probably customers in service. So make it a point to, you don't got to try to sell them a car. Just go shake some hands and go ask if they've been helped out. Hey, have you guys been helped out? I'm one of the sales guys up front. I don't like it when customers aren't getting helped. Oh no, we're getting help. Jerry in service is helping up. Okay, excellent. Jerry, if these people can't afford to fix their car, send them up to me. I'll give you 50 bucks if they buy. All right, all right. Boom. There's a new avenue becoming a businessman within your dealership, Jordan. Okay? So when I say stuff like slow as a mindset, yeah, it truly is because there's so many things a salesman can do to stay busy. Now, if visually it's slow, you may have to triple down on output because people in service drive, they didn't come to buy a car, they came to fix their car. So you might have to talk to 3 times as many service drive people to get that one deal as opposed to the one up that says, I want to buy this car. Correct?
Yep.
Yeah, you got to talk to more people in service. Okay. So we got to triple down. Do you post vehicles on Facebook Marketplace?
I haven't yet.
Okay. Step 2 and make a Facebook account and start posting on Facebook Marketplace. I have multiple people, multiple salespeople that work for me at my dealership that sell 3, 4, 5 cars a month off Marketplace. The way they do it is they post three or four cars a day. With marketplace, okay, there's a thing called a top seller star badge or whatever. And when you
Hmm.
post a vehicle and then you mark it sold through Facebook, okay, Facebook doesn't keep track if you actually sold it through Facebook or not. It doesn't even matter if that salesperson sold it. You go and mark it sold through Facebook, and you get a little point for it within Facebook Marketplace. Eventually, you become a top rated seller. Top rated sellers move up to the top of the list when the algorithm's trying to help find somebody something that they search for. Okay, so when it's slow out front, you can work the service drive and you can post 3 to 4 vehicles a day on Facebook Marketplace. I think it caps you at 6. I don't think you can go past
A
6
day.
a day. And people are like, oh, it's
Okay.
going to take so long. No, it's not. You take 10 pictures, 5 pictures, you do a brief description. You don't show where the vehicle's at, although some of my guys do say I work at a dealership, right? That depends on how you feel. I have one guy that never shares where it's at. He covers the our pink plates, at the dealership, and then another guy posts the pink plates, and they're both very successful. So posting on Facebook 3 to 4 vehicles a day. You have so much inventory. Start posting. Create your own advertising company. Create your own company within the company. You need to be the CEO of you. Okay. What else can we do when it's slow? You already mentioned this. Call all your leads again. Now, instead of calling and
Yep.
saying, hey, I'm just doing some follow up to see if you're still interested or if you want to see some, no, let's not do that. Let's call and say something like this, okay? You're going to probably want to rewatch this to to get this verbiage down and say, hey, Jordon, it's Kyle over at Meriden Ford. How are you doing? Or Meridian Ford, Meridian Ford, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing today?
Hey, doing good. I appreciate you asking. Hey, your name popped up in my system. I'm not sure if we spoke a week or two ago, but I wanted to make sure that you're getting help. It didn't specify if you're looking for a vehicle or if you found one or if you wanted to see what kind of payments or incentives we had. It didn't really specify in the notes, but I didn't want to leave you hanging. I figured I might as well call and just make sure this gentleman's getting taken care of. Does any of that sound familiar, Jordan?
Yeah, that sounds a bit familiar to me.
Yeah. Okay. Did you inquire online about purchasing or service?
I did inquire, but I just kind of been relaxing back. I'm not in a rush right now.
Hey, we get that a lot, and you got to start somewhere. You have to start somewhere, and visiting the website is probably the easiest way to start because you can see what, inventory we have and all that. What exactly were you looking for when you're on the website? I know you're not buying. You said you're not buying, but I'm just curious of what you're looking for.
And there was a F-150 on there that I was kind of looking at.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Was it it's probably a silly question, but I still got to ask, was it one of our four-wheel drives or was it one of the rare two-wheel drives on our lot?
Oh, I wouldn't touch one of those two-wheel drives. It's definitely a four-wheel drive.
I don't blame you. It'll get stuck in 2 inches of snow up here in Montana. I don't blame you at all. So, but we've sold two-wheel drives out here, so I always got to ask, was it one of our EcoBoost models or was it a 5.0? What exact or one of our Raptors?
I was just looking at. I've heard about some of these hybrids lately too.
Yeah, we got that. What's it called? The Power Boost. They have the Eco Boost. Now they have the Power Boost. So what's really cool about the Power Boost is you're not losing any of that power, right? With people think hybrid, they think, oh, this thing's weak and slow. But no, they actually combined the best of each motor into one. So you got an F-150 that can still pull a ton of weight, but gets great fuel economy. It's crazy. The first time I drove one, I'm not sure if you drove one or not, my mind was blown. I'm like, this is not a hybrid. This thing does not get this kind of fuel economy. Have you driven one, Jordan?
No, not yet. Just kind of peeking at them.
Yeah, I gotcha. If you want, okay, let's pause. Okay. The biggest thing here is customer engagement. I'm getting the customer engaged. when you call and you're just trying to sell something, they can't be engaged. They're just listening to a guy trying to do a sales pitch, and then their answers are like, "No, I'm not interested right now." Oh, okay. And a normal salesperson doesn't know how to overcome it on the phone because they're trying to sell a vehicle over the phone. What you need to do over the phone is build a friend, and then you invite them in for the test drive. So where I was going with that is making them laugh. That's why I brought up the two-wheel drive so he can tell me, "You crazy?" Yeah, well, you'd be surprised. We get people ask for two-wheel drives, and I never want to assume, right? And but what I'm looking for on the phone call is getting the guy engaged. So when you're calling these customers back, try not to sound like a salesman just trying to sell them a car and asking them, "Are you still in the market?" Of course, they're in the market. Everyone's in the market. Even when you buy a car, you're still in the market. But what we got to do is get them engaged on the phone. Okay. So we got service drive, posting on marketplace, calling your leads again, but acting like you didn't know why their name popped up and you don't know anything about what they're looking for, even though it says that you talked to them a week ago and they're looking at the F-150 Power Boost. But guess what? They probably talked to a lot of dealerships and they can't even remember they talked to you. Okay. All right. Here's another one. Do you ever take pictures of your customers with yourself when they buy a car?
I've taken a picture of one customer, and him and his father. That was it.
Okay. That's great. At least you're starting there. The next step is to get in the picture with them. Even if you're doing a selfie. Hey, I want to take a picture with you guys. I really appreciate the business. It's gonna help me remember your guys' faces. So if you ever come in for service, I know who the heck I'm talking to. Appreciate it. Yeah. Let's do a handshake. And you take this selfie. But when you start posting vehicles like that, I'm sorry, pictures like that on social media, you become the common denominator in these posts. I've said this in my podcast. Well, guess what? When you post a picture on Marketplace or a vehicle on Marketplace, your last picture could be you with some customers. Come down and see Jordan. This is me. And you can put your name on top, Jordan Bow. Have your cell phone as the final picture of the Facebook Marketplace. So they're scrolling through your cool truck you posted, and the last one is you with some customers that are smiling and say, "Come see Jordan Bow at da 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 da. Call now." And every single Facebook Marketplace post includes an ad, but it's the final picture. You don't want to make it blatant and right up front. You want to save it for the final picture. Facebook Marketplace also allows you to put a video. So what I suggest is you make one promo video that's 15 seconds long that's saying, "Hey, my name is Jordan Bowe. I'm a salesman at Meridian Ford here in Bozeman, Montana, and I'm inviting you in for world-class customer service. Make sure you come see me, Jordan Bowe. Ask for the Bowe, and I'll be more than happy to help you out. Thank you. Here's my number." And you point here, but the number appears up here. So they laugh. The last thing they do is laugh. Click here, and it's a phone number over here. Like you leave a lasting impression. Remember the bow, right? Like, dude, you have the greatest name for Montana for advertising. Literally the perfect name. Okay, but when it's slow, those are the things that you do. You go out there and you do things, you know? Okay. What else have we got? Okay, hashtags. When you go to post your social media stuff, make sure you use hashtags. You know what those are?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, boom. Hashtag new
All
cars,
the fun
hashtag used
little
cars,
tags. Yep.
hashtag sale, hashtag Bozeman, hashtag Ford, hashtag F-150, hashtag Power Boost. Whatever you want to post, make sure you throw in those hashtags. Okay, now when you post a picture of your friend or your customer, make sure you friend them on Facebook too. So you can at them, you can tag them in the picture. Because what's probably going to happen is their friends are going to see it when they like the picture. Bill Mars liked this picture, and it's him buying the truck with you. Oh, who'd you buy it from? Oh, go see Jordan. Okay, so get active on online when it's slow. Now, when the lot is busy, it's a Saturday and you guys are booming, this is not the time to do this stuff. You go help customers. There's customers on the showroom floor, your phone's blowing up, you're doing tons of internet leads. That's that time. But the moment you detect, okay, there's three people outside, it's snowing like crazy, I got to get to work. Now it's time to get to work. Okay? We determine if it's slow or not. Don't leave your company, which you're the CEO of, to your dealership's ability to advertise. Did you hear that?
Sure did.
Never leave your business up to your dealership because your dealership will always fail you. They cannot spend enough on advertising to get every salesperson busy 24/7. You have to do it yourself. Now, it doesn't mean you got to spend money on advertising, but you got to get out there and mix it up. You found me somehow, right?
Yep.
You do the same and think like a sales titan. I got to get my name out here because time will slip by. Okay, let's move on. That was a long one, but that was a very important one. Okay, tips for making cold calls. Step one, write this one down. Be fearless. What is the worst that can happen if a customer doesn't want to be bothered by a salesperson? What's the worst that could happen?
They say no.
And they hang up on you. That's it. That's the worst that could happen. They're not going to go out of their way to come to the dealership and yell at you. They're not going to call your manager and say, your guy was doing a good job trying to make cold calls and he called me. No, the worst thing that can happen is they hang up. What's the best thing that could happen?
You get them in the dealership.
Yeah, they buy a
Get them
car.
interested.
They freaking buy a car. That's the best case scenario. So worst case is they just go click. Best case is you're shaking hands and you're getting $1,000 voucher or a $500 voucher. So I think the reward outweighs the risk. So when you're calling on cold calls, again, this is another thing, practice makes perfect. If you're not doing it enough, then you'll never get good at it. So we got to break out of the comfort zone and just make calls. Hey, this is Jordan Bow over at Meridian Ford. How you doing? Yeah, what do you want? Well, I was just making some calls through locals in my area, and I'm a new salesperson here, and all I got is work ethic and grit, and I'm just trying to meet people. Whether you're buying a car or not, I'm just trying to get my name out there. Doesn't that sound more personable if you just tell the darn truth than calling them and saying, "Yeah, I've just seen if you're interested in a car. We have some great incentives right now." They'd be like, "I gotta go." But if you tried something different that they're not used to, then you're going to catch them off guard. My name's Jordan. I'm doing some old school marketing. I'm a new salesperson here, and all I know how to do is work ethic. So I'm just deciding to call people in my local area and just get my name out there. Whether you buy a car or not, I'm just getting my name out there. Oh, man, I appreciate it, Jordan. Yeah. Okay, cool. All right. Well, you looking for a car? Right? Or or the best case scenario is actually, yeah, I was thinking about getting a car. Well, excellent, man. The universe sent me to you. It's so crazy. Cold calls, it takes guts, and you need to be diligent. The diligent part is you get a no, you get a no, you get hung up on, you say, leave me alone, don't call me again. And then you get that one guy that needs a car, that was afraid to inquire, that was afraid to come into a dealership. When it comes to cold calls, Jordan, it's a numbers game. Bad, 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 bad call. Great call. Sucky, 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 sucky call. Awesome call. It's a numbers game because it's not a high percentage closing rate. Be fearless, be diligent, but you also have to be impressive. You have to give them a reason why to come in. Because let's say you're talking with somebody on the phone, cold call, and they show a little interest. Now what?
Now you start needs assessment, figuring out what to get them into.
But you got to also be careful because we can't sell a car over the phone. The only thing we can sell over the phone is an appointment. And that's where salespeople will fall into it. Well, what are you looking for? Well, I'm not really sure. Are you looking for two wheel or four wheel? Like I know we talked about that. That was on a lead that you already
Hmm.
worked. But a cold call,
Okay.
all we're doing is, hey, whether you buy or not, why don't you just come in and meet me? I'm Jordan, I'm the new guy, and we'll look around the car lot. If you don't see anything you don't like, you don't got to buy anything. I'm not that kind of salesperson. I'm not a pressure salesman. But you know what? If you do see something you like, I'll see if I can make it affordable for you to buy it. When can you come in? Well, I can probably make some time Saturday. Oh, excellent, excellent. Okay, I'm gonna get some basic info. Don't worry, it's basic stuff. Name, what's your last name? Steve Martin. Okay, Steve Martin. Okay, I'm gonna log in here. And what time Saturday? Noon, one. Like we're just trying to get an appointment out of a cold call, not trying to sell a car. Okay. Now, if a customer says, "Well, can you get me approved?" Sure. Fill out an app. When can you come in? I'm going to send you the link to the app. When can you come in? And you get them in because we still got to get them jazzed up on a car. We got to get them fired up on something because we need them to be able to say yes to a higher payment that they actually wanted. Right?
Hmm.
Have you had a customer say that payment's too low?
No.
Neither have I. So if you quote payments over the phone, and they haven't driven it and they haven't
Yeah.
got to build that value, they're going to always say, "Oh, I can't afford that. All right, thanks for trying." You'll never see them. So if they say,
Hmm.
"Can you get me approved over the phone?" Sure. Fill out the app and get in here as soon as possible. Well, I was hoping to get approved before I come in. Trust me, it's not that easy. You need to get in here. And if a dealership says they're going to get you approved over the phone and give you this low payment, you're going to get there and realize, "Holy moly, they hit a lot of stuff." I don't do that. I want to give you the accurate numbers. Just get in here. There's a lot of phone techniques too, but tips for making cold calls is be fearless, be diligent, be impressive. And if the cold call is truly like phone book cold calls, that's when I would just introduce myself. Hey, I'm Jordan. I'm a new guy over at Meridian Ford, and I'm just getting my name out there, just doing some old leg work. If it's somebody that you've taken talked to before, I would use the technique of, hey, your name popped up in my system, but it didn't give me any notes why, and I just want to make sure you're being taken care of. Because now you come off as the good guy, not as a salesperson. Were you setting an appointment with service, or even though you know that they want to buy a car or they're inquiring, were you setting a appointment with service? No, I was looking at some cars. Oh, customer engagement. I'm getting them to talk. Okay. And you got to build trust if you want to get people in to set appointments. I'm a trustworthy guy. Don't worry. I'm not going to sell the car. I'd rather tell you the truth and not make a car deal than tell you a lie and make it. That's a great verbiage to use. Okay. Let's move on to number three. Unless you have questions in the cold calls.
Got no, but we are Kendall Ford of Bozeman. Meridian is another Kendall store, but we've been
Oh my gosh. I've
kind
been
of competing
saying
against them.
Meridian. I was saying your competition. Thanks for correcting.
No, that is our other. Yep. That is our. Yep, that is
Okay,
another
my
Kendall store, but
my bad. So you
still
work at Kendall Ford
there.
in Bozeman?
Yeah, Bozeman.
Where the heck did I get Meridian from?
Well, that is another. They have one down in Meridian, Idaho.
Wow, you can tell I worked six bells, 12-hour days.
Okay, fair enough. Hey,
I love
no
the car
problem.
business. All right, sorry about that. Okay, but as an example anyway. All right, number three, effective ways to improve and grow sales when you're new to the business. Okay? Effective ways to improve and grow sales when you're new to the business. This is a big challenge because a lot of people aren't taught this from the dealership. The dealership shows you processes. Hey, this is the file you grab when you're making a car deal. You got to pull the incentives. Like they show you the processes, but they don't show you how to build a book of business. They tell you stuff, but they're not actually showing it. So this is a great topic. One of the most important things in your in your tool bag will be repeat customers. You have to stay in contact with your sold customers. You cannot leave them coming back to you to chance. You have to be their go-to guy. You have to stay in contact with them longer than the vehicle they bought lasted. Okay? Your relationship with your customer must outlast the vehicle you sold them. If you want to have a big flourishing career, start taking good care of your sold customers, checking in on them, calling them, asking if they need anything. Can I set you an oil change appointment? Yes, it sounds like more work, but it only takes a few minutes, Jordan. But it means so much to that customer that Jordan wasn't just trying to get a sale, he actually cares about me. Now, do I want to send my brother and my daughter and my cousin and my best friend to a salesman that doesn't care about me, or to Jordan who's been following up with me since he bought the car? Which salesman?
probably the one following up with you.
Absolutely, because you're going to pop in their head first of all, because you're always bugging them with funny memes and, hey, thanks again. I know I've said it 30 times this year, but I really appreciate your business. Come see me for anything, even if you want to stop by and have coffee. Man, I really like this Jordan guy. I want my daughter to marry him. Like, this is the kind of salesman you're going to be, the go-to guy. Well, guess what? You're not only going to get the repeat customer back, but now you're going to get his friends and his family, her friends, her family, their colleagues, people they know. They're going to send as many people to Jordan as possible. So if you want the an effective way to build your book of business, take care of your sold customers because they'll send you referrals. Okay? You need to be worth talking about. No one sends a referral to a salesman that's a dud. You're not that impressive, they're not going to send you people. If you
Mhm.
make their life so easy buying a car and the experience was great and you made them laugh and you got them a coffee and you sent them thank you cards and you call them all the time, that's impressive. That's different. You get referrals, you get repeat. Okay? Be impressive and be worth talking about. Okay, another thing. This is what I used to do. And if I ever had to go back into sales, Jordan, I would still do this. I did this up until I became a manager. I would walk my neighborhood with my business cards and put them in people's window, the little seal right there, right above their car handle, the driver handle, that little spot. I just tuck it in just a little bit to where it's right in there. I wouldn't shove it in their window. I'd make it where they can grab it very easily and pull it out.
Mhm.
People that would stop in the dealership, they would call me, they would text me from my neighborhood. I got 1,000 business cards that my dealership will order me as many boxes as I ever need. Why in the world do I want to keep them inside my desk? I want the world to know who Kyle is. So it's going to be out of your comfort zone walking around putting cards in people's windows, but I promise you, you're going to get people to call you and text you. Another thing to do you have any arenas or public events in your area where a lot of people park in a parking lot?
Yeah, biggest one is MSU. So our football team and the college in town. And then if there are any rodeos going on.
Okay. So you grab a big old fat of business cards, and when that parking lot is jam-packed, you go shove your card in every freaking window. It doesn't matter if you sell a car that next day. The key is your name is out there floating in the world. You're going to sell more cars with your business cards floating out in the world than sitting in a desk. And here's what can happen. The guy that pulled it out of his window may be like, someone left this in there, right? Be like, he's a little irritated. But he doesn't want to litter, so he puts it in his cup
Mhm.
holder. Then he goes and picks his buddy up for work the next day, and his buddy grabs the card and says, "Oh shoot, I was looking for a car. Do you know this guy? No, he left it in my window. I'm gonna give him a call. I need a car." You just never know. The person that owns that car may not be the buyer. It's the person they picked up the next day is the buyer. But without our cards floating in the universe, you'll never get that buyer to find you. You got to get your name out there no matter what. Okay? Another thing that you can do is you talk with anyone and everyone about what you do and where you work. Okay? I recommend wearing you said Kendall, right?
Yep.
I recommend wearing a Kendall Ford shirt any and every place you go. If you truly want to excel in the car business, you said you're a personal trainer. If you're going to the gym and it may look cheesy, you wear a nice polo with the Kendall Ford. You sell cars? Yeah, I work at the dealership. Oh yeah, yeah. You need a card? Hold on, I got a stack in my pocket, my gym bag. Here you go. Like because people will ask about the Ford. You work at Kendall? You don't even have to bring it up. But this is where ignorance is bliss. When you just don't even know that you don't even know. You just talk with everybody and you have that excitement that you work at a Ford store. Yeah, I work at the Ford store. I love selling Fords. Don't they have problems with their EcoBoost? It's one in every million, I bet. And the only people that complain about them are the people that abuse them. That's when they break down. People abuse them. Ma and Pa don't break them because they don't abuse them. So yeah, the EcoBoost is great. Oh, I'm gonna come see you. I need a new truck. because you're just talking to anybody and everyone at any given time. Okay, so you're passing cards out, you're treating your repeat customers like gold. They're sending you referrals because you're being worth talking about, right? You're not a dud salesman, you're very impressive. You're going out and talking to anybody. You're scouring the city with your business cards, grocery store parking lots. You're putting your business cards everywhere because it does no good in your desk. Now, the next one that's going to possibly be out of your comfort zone is posting on social media and doing videos. How do you feel about that?
It's always been kind of in the back of my head to do, and so definitely would definitely just kind of been waiting, I guess, to jump on the social media gang.
Okay, now's the time. Now is the time. A lot of buyers find cars online. So I was telling my daughter Layla, who's 21 years old, I was telling her about the Dodge Hornet, the new Dodge Hornets that are driving around. She didn't go to Google. She didn't go to YouTube. She went to Instagram search and typed in Dodge Hornet and used that as her her search filter to look at Dodge Hornets. And then I said, "Oh, look at the red one." She pulled up red Dodge Hornet on Instagram search. That was her search engine, was social media. 21-year-olds buy cars. 21-year-olds are using Instagram to
Hmm.
search for stuff. It's my generation who was born in the early 80s. I still go to Google for my searches. I never even
Yeah.
thought about using I never thought about using Instagram as a search engine to find stuff about a vehicle. The new gen is. You're the new gen. And if you're not on it, then you're missing it. You need to be on all of them. And you need to be vibrant online and post pictures and videos. Hey, I'm Jordan Bowe at Kendall Ford in Bozeman, Montana. You want to come see the best of the best? Come see Jordan Bowe. And you have that freaking compound bow right there and you shoot it something. Like you got to do something catchy too, like a hit song. If it's the song sucks, no one wants to listen to it twice. If the song is great, it becomes a hit. Well, that's what you got to do with these videos. You keep them short and you make them fun, and you present a vehicle. Hey, this is the new Ford Power Boost. It's hybrid. It's powerful. It's this. It can tow 10,500 pounds. Come see Jordan Bowe at Kendall Ford in Bozeman. Boom, done video, hashtags, and now you're out in the world. And while you sleep, Jordan, people are finding you, right? The internet never
Hmm.
sleeps. So you might as well use it to your advantage and get online. Okay, have you ever been in a fight?
Nope, never been in a fight.
Okay, you ever play sports?
Yep, grew up playing all the sports.
Okay, what's your favorite sport that you played?
I'd say basketball.
Okay, perfect. I love basketball.
Mm.
Okay, let's say Jordan got picked for the high school team. Jordan, you're a starting point guard. Oh, thanks, coach. All right. All right, let's start the game. Ready? All right. Let's start the game. Okay. Jordan, shoot. No, man, I don't want to shoot. Well, how are you going to score? It'll happen. It'll happen. Oh, okay. All right. You pass the ball, right? You pass the ball. You get the ball. You pass the ball. But you never actually shoot. How many points are you going to get in a basketball game if you don't shoot?
You're
Zero. Now, is zero impressive to you, Jordan?
No, it's not.
No, it's not. Now, if it said 100, 100 points, darn good. That guy's the best basketball player of all time.
Yep.
But if you don't shoot, you can't score, correct?
Right.
Okay, so I want you to tell me how that relates to the car business.
Well, just from what I've kind of learned so far, um, shooting my shot on the lot. People are showing up. Got to shoot at them. Service drive. Got to go shoot and see what's going on with them. Um, Making calls. Got to shoot your shot. And then social media. Shoot lots of shots out in the world.
Exactly, exactly. If you're not shooting, you're not making points. So in the car business, and you can write down a list of this is what I want your homework after the one-on-one. I know you got it's a little bit later in Montana, but write down a list and try to think of 20 things I can do as a salesperson to talk to customers or to reach customers, right? If you just wait for ups, you're missing out on 19 other avenues to get a hold of a customer. What about ups and internet leads? Okay, 18 more are missing. Okay, ups, internet leads, and cold calls. Okay, 17 are missing. Ups, internet leads, cold calls, and service drive. Okay, I need 16 more, right? Okay, what about social media posts? Oh, I need 15 more. Okay, what about making a video for Instagram? Okay, I need 14 more. Like, you have to think of avenues of how to get a hold of customers from all channels. Oh, what about putting my cards in Windows? Okay, I need 13 more, right? All these things start adding up to people know who Jordan Bowe is, but you got to have the guts to do it. And if you want to grow your business and you want to be the CEO of you, you got to do stuff with a sense of urgency. You can't wait. Tomorrow, you need to make your social media accounts and you need to get active because the longer you wait, the worse it gets because you're going to create habits of just waiting around. You're going to create habits. Now, you could, without saying any names or putting anyone under the bus at your dealership, you could probably think of the guys that say it slow and then don't do anything other than wait. In your head right now, you're thinking of probably one or two that, oh, it's slow today. Oh, it hasn't been up all day. And as a manager, I'm thinking, well, what have you done to reach a customer? Well, I called an internet lead. So in 9 hours at the dealership, you waited for people and you called one internet lead. Okay, so you worked 38 seconds at the dealership. This is how you need to think. I got to work 9 hours today. I need to do 9 hours of work. If I have to be at the dealership for 9 hours, I need to fill it with stuff to do. And those are the salespeople that end up becoming the next level sales titans, just like Colton did. Colton Biss. He went from average to way above sales titan status, selling 20 plus a month. And that will be you, Jordan, at Kendall Ford. All right, let me get back to my notes here. Okay. A- Any questions in that category?
No, I'm gonna try switching back over to Wi-Fi and see if this starts working better. It's been a
Okay.
little
No
rough
problem.
on my end.
No problem. A little bit smoother there.
All right, looking like it. So we'll
All
see.
right. We'll work with that for a little while. I know Montana, you probably don't have the greatest signals in some areas. All right.
No, generally it's decent, but at nighttime for whatever reason it just
Everyone's on
doesn't do
live
as great
streaming.
as
That's
like
why
noon or
everyone's
something.
everyone's using the internet.
I guess so.
Okay. Okay. So effective ways to improve and grow sales. Think outside the box. Be different. Think of those 20 ideas. Think of new ideas. Maybe you could do 30 ideas. You're a very smart guy, and you got technology on your side at your generation. And you need to have the sense of urgency that your livelihood depends on it. Okay? Like pretend like you got to feed 10 children by the end of the day. I need to make $1,000 today, otherwise 10 kids don't eat. Like you need to put that urgency on you and you'll notice that you'll work harder when people depend on you. That's why family men in their 30s and 40s seem to sell a ton of cars because they have a car payment, they have their wife's car payment, they got a house payment, and they got three kids that need food. Why is it the 30-year-old or the 40-year-old with these three kids and college bills can sell so good, but the guy that has all the talent, that has no responsibilities, can't? It's because the urgency. So if you really want to get good early, have the sense of urgency that I cannot fail and I can't wait for success. I have to get success now. And you'll start seeing a difference. All right, moving on. We hit about an hour right now, so we're going to go a little bit over. I hope that's okay. All right. So your fourth topic was best practices for negotiating a deal with a customer online, even when they've already contacted other dealerships and received better prices. Okay? According to them. Of course they got a better price somewhere else. I've worked at three dealerships and I've never been the dealership with the lower price. It's always another dealership. That every dealership has a lower price than the one you actually work at. Isn't that true?
Yep.
How come the customer never calls you and says, "Man, Jordan, you have the lowest price in town"? I never hear that. So,
Yeah, right.
so my question for Jordan is, if I'm the higher price on the same vehicle, why did you call me, Mr. Jordan?
Yeah, well, I guess you're a little closer, and I don't have to drive all the way down. So I'm just seeing if you guys are able to match this price, so I don't have to make the drive.
Oh, gotcha. So it's a convenience thing. So time is money and convenience equals money.
Yeah, yeah.
That makes sense. Now I understand why you called my dealership even though I have a higher price. Okay? So think about that when you're getting these people that say it's lower somewhere else. Why is it always lower somewhere else? Because it probably not. And if it is, it's probably not the same exact vehicle. No, I promise it's the same vehicle. Well, a customer knows that the vehicle is white. It's a white Ford F-150 STX. No, it says on there STX and it's white crew cab, but they don't know if it has the 300A package, the 301A, the 302A. They don't know any of that. They just saw that it said STX and it said Ford F-150 crew cab. But how many packages, if you've ever ordered a Ford, can you click on?
There's a lot. There's a couple different ones on there.
There's tons, right? If I click XLT as a customer on the website, how many XLTs are there? XLT
Um,
301, 300A, 302A, maybe even 303. What about a Lariat? Or no, that'd be a Lariat. XLT. What about it has a chrome package? Oh, it has the sport bumpers. There's so many packages. So, Mr. Customer, I understand the truck seems like it's the same, but if it truly was the same truck, it would have the same price. Correct? If it's the same VIN, it has the same price, but there's no VIN that's the same. They're all different. So do me this favor, Mr. Customer, because what I don't want you to do is drive all that way for that lower price and realize they duped me. It's missing this, this, and this. And the way the picture was in the ad, it looked like it had those features. That is what happens when people advertise in our area, Mr. Customer. They advertise in our area with some tricky advertisements to get you to drive out of Bozeman, go down there, realize it's not the right vehicle, and you're there and you buy it anyway. I don't do that. So my price may be a little bit higher, but you're going to know exactly what you get when you get here. And there's no tricks at our dealership. And it's convenient and it's close. And a lot of times those dealerships advertise lower prices, but we still outsell them. The reason why we still outsell them is because they get there and realize it's not the right vehicle or something's off, something's wrong. So what I'm doing there with these customers, Jordan, is I'm building doubt. I'm creating doubt that that other dealership is trying to screw them. Okay? If that dealership if had the lower prices than us, then we would never sell a car here. There'd be no reason to come to our dealership. But we outsell that dealership because we're straightforward and honest. So how about we do this? Why don't you come down to my dealership? Whether you buy it or not, let's even make sure you like that truck. What if you drive 4 hours that way and you don't even like this truck? Let's assume it's the same and you're going down there for the better deal. And you drive 4 hours to and decide I don't even like the way it drives. Come drive mine. I'll put some numbers together for you, and if you like it, you can buy it. If you don't, you can go buy the other one. Capiche? Okay. Right? It's compelling enough to get him into the appointment. I'm giving them some sort of a value. Come see my truck. If they still beat us, you can buy theirs. All right, I'll come check it out. And guess what takes over? When they come see you, Jordan, they fall in love with you. They fall in love with your work ethic. They realize, I want to buy from Jordan. And you can tell these customers, I'm not always the lowest price in town, but I'm certainly not the highest. And there's a reason why we sell so many every month, because we're darn fair with each and every deal. And you be compelling enough to get them in, and then you can really sell them. So now there's going to be customers that will like to argue, Jordan. It is the exact vehicle, and they got you beat by $5,000. Wow,
Hmm.
$5,000, and it's the same. Let me verify that because I don't want you to drive that far and find out it's different. And he sends you the window sticker, and it's the same. How would you deal with that now? He's beating you by $5,000, and it's the same truck. It really is.
Well, just from what we've done, um, we've kind of had to let a couple of those go just because we're really losing money on a couple vehicles. So that's just my experience with that.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you lose the deal, but you can also build a little doubt here too, in a different way. There's a reason why they're willing to lose money on that vehicle, but they may not be willing to tell you why. Did you hear that part?
You say something about building doubt.
Yeah, so we're going to build doubt again, but in a different way because we've verified it's the same vehicle, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's the same vehicle and we truly are
So,
getting beat by $5,000. Okay? Mr. Customer, they
mhm.
may be beating us by $5,000, but they may not be willing to tell you why they're willing to lose money on it. And that scares me because I've had customers go down to these dealerships that are selling it for $5,000 less to us, and they didn't disclose that it had lot damage. They didn't disclose that it had some major engine problems that they think they fixed. And the boss, big boss, said, get rid of it. I don't care what the loss is. Get rid of that vehicle. And you're going to go down there in good faith that you're getting this great deal, but really they've had it for a year. It's had major problems on the lot, and now they're just trying to get rid of it. Would you would you be okay with buying that at $5,000 less now, knowing that it has some major issues? Probably not. So
Right.
we create a little bit of doubt in a different way, because let's say it truly is the same vehicle, and they're beating us by 5,000. Now we need to create doubt of why it's $5,000 less. If they're willing to lose $5,000 on a vehicle, you need to figure out why. Are they willing to tell you the truth about why they're selling it for a loss? Did it have lot damage? Is it having major mechanical problems? Is there a ghost in that thing they can't get figured out and they're just hoping someone buys it and gets lost? You got to be careful, Mr. Customer. There's a reason why. Would you be willing, Mr. Customer, to buy something and then sell it for $5,000 less the next day? No. Then why would they? So we're building doubt again, right? Doubt can work wonders because what happens at the end of that conversation is the customer says, well, what can you do? So now you don't got to match that price anymore.
Hmm.
The customer saying, well, what can you do? That's a great question, Mr. Customer. I'm going to go find out everything I can do to earn your business the honest way. And when you get here to drive it, we'll make sure it doesn't have any lot damage, doesn't have any problems. We'll check it out up and down. We'll look underneath it and make sure you're buying a quality product, right? That could work. That could work. But again, you're going to lose some deals to other dealerships. The reason why I know that is because we take deals from other from people around the whole US.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just what our dealership is known for, is volume sales. We sell so many vehicles per month, and it's just what it is. So you're going to lose some, just like we lose some to other. Another thing you could say is keep it local. We're convenient. You build a relationship with us. A lot of times, a good business relationship is worth a lot, and I'd like to have that business relationship with you. We may not be able to beat their price, but I promise you, we'll beat their service. You just let Jordan do his thing and show you why you should buy here. When can you come check it out? But I think where the biggest thing is, Jordan, when people say it's cheaper over at the other dealership, it's the same truck, is because it's not the same truck. And when you drive all that way, you're going to find out that they hid some stuff from you, and you're going to get there and it doesn't have all the features mine has. So why don't you just come down and check mine out? I'll do the best pricing I can possibly do. When you're here, you can drive it, and if you feel like mine is worthy enough to buy, you can buy it. If not, go buy the other one that's cheaper. No hard feelings, but at least you'll know my best deal and you get to check out the truck before you make the trip. Fair?
Mhm. Fair enough.
Right? That's the best. It's all you can do. You can't get the guy to sign over the phone with some special sales tactic. and
hmm
you can't bully them into buying. All you can do is be compelling enough to get them in. And the way you do that is saying stuff like whether you buy it from me or him, at least come check it out and determine if you even like the truck. And what we're trying to do is get that appointment. Sell the appointment on the phone, not the
hmm
car. Man, this hour went by fast.
Yep. Yeah,
Jeez.
man, it's been good. Um, yeah, I did have one question
Yeah.
in that last part. So what recently happened with me and what I've kind of been doing a lot recently is people call in like, "Hey, I just want the numbers." Like, perfect, you want to come check it out? Like, nope, I've test drove it at another vehicle. I was like, well, ours is definitely different than the one over there. When you want to come in and check this out? Like, nope, just give me the best numbers and then um we'll see what we can do. And so like what I've just done is give them the numbers and try to get them on it. And then another customer is like, "Hey, I just want to do everything over the phone. Can you ship it to me? I'm within your guys' distance for delivery. So just send me the numbers over the phone. It all looks good. Cool." Next thing you know, he's not talking to me again.
Yeah. I mean, think about this. And even though you've been there not that long, how many of those customers have you sold?
Not too many.
No, they're bullies over the phone. That's what they are. They're bullies over the phone to a salesperson, and they know that you have to comply, otherwise you don't get a sale. But really, the closing stat on a guy like that is next to nothing. So knowing that, we have to change our tactic to something a little more, um, well, you're the boss. Ah, we don't do that over the phone. If you want the best price, you got to get in here. What, you don't want to make a sale? I never make sales like this. Like it statistically, when I give a price over the phone, it could be the lowest price we've ever given. I never hear from you again. Well, I'm not like that. If you're not like that, then come in. Okay. Or, you don't want to earn my business. Okay. Like you weren't going to get his business anyway. That customer
hmm
rarely buys. Do they buy? Yeah, they're going to buy from somebody, but you're going to get a bad survey. You're going to make a mini voucher and you know what I mean? And
Right.
I'm not saying we don't want to try to earn their business. What I'm saying is we're not going to allow them to bully us. This is my house, man. I live here. I work at this place so many hours. You don't get to call in and bully me around. If you want the best price is in the showroom. If you want a good price, it's on the internet. Like that's why we put a price on the internet for people that just want to know our price. You want to know our price? You saw it on the internet. If you want our best price, I need you here. I need to show my manager that, hey, boss, I got a customer hot at my desk. He's making a fair and reasonable offer. I think we should take it. That's the customer I need here. So the customer that's willing to come in and work that type of deal is the customer that gets the best deal. And you put it right back on them. But it takes guts to say that, and you can't be
hmm
rude about it. But knowing that you never sell those customers anyway, we might as well try something different.
Yeah.
Well, you don't want to make a sale? Of course I want to make a sale. But the only way I can make a sale is if you come in and work a deal with me, and I'll get you the best price when you're here. Well, I just want the best price over the internet or the phone. It's on my website. Oh, okay. Like, and then
hmm
they might say something like, "Oh, this is not. I used to buy cars here, and it was different back in the day." No, it wasn't. Salesmen have always been trying to make a commission since day one. Just customers have learned to kind of beat them up a little bit more. Now, the guy that's doing the shipping, hey, I want to get it shipped. Okay, you want my best price? Here's what I need from you, Mr. Customer. If you want my best price, I need you to make an offer that you're going to buy the car right now. Then I'll go to my boss and see. I don't go to my boss and say, what's my best price? That's just not how we do business. We've never done business that way, and I'm never going to do business that way. Now, if you have an offer that you're saying, hey, Jordan, get me to this number and I'll buy it right now, that's the number I want. I need you to make the offer. What, you guys don't want to earn a business? Yes, I do. Tell me what it takes to earn your business. Well, I don't know. Make me your best offer. Not how we do business. What are you offering me to buy the car? I'll give you 40 grand out the door. Now I have something to work with. I appreciate it. Let me go write this up and see if I can get to 40 grand out the door. You can call them back and say, congrats, I got the 40 G's. Or you can say something like, hey, my boss is thinking he can get the 40 G's. If I can get that 40 G's, are you willing to do the paperwork and do the credit app right now? And you just reiterate if you get that 40 G's. Maybe you
Hmm.
can do it. Don't give it to him too easy because he's going to say, I want to think about it. You still got to make him fight for it a little bit. And then you say, all right, I just need to reiterate. If I can get the 40 G's, you're going to buy it because my boss is going to call his boss. And I don't want to use my brownie points on someone that's not really going to make a deal. No, I'm telling you, Jordon, my word. If you get to 40, I'll buy it. You hang up, you go tell your boss, I got a deal at 40. I'm going to take a deposit right now and run his credit app. All right. Hey, my boss called his boss and I put my stamp of approval on it saying you're going to buy it. Congrats, you got a deal. I need credit app now. I need a deposit. Okay. All right, I'm going to ship it. Or you call back and say, hey, Steve, I can't get to 40, man. I tried and tried and tried. I even had my boss call his boss to try to negotiate. I could get to 41 too. Man, I hope it works. You're gonna love this vehicle, and it's only 1,200 bucks. You could call around every Ford store in the U.S. and maybe squeeze a couple hundred bucks out, but it's gonna take too much time. I get to 41 too, or whatever the number is, man. I hope we can make a deal.
Hmm.
And you never know, you might get the yes. But when you're dealing with bullies on the phone like that, you turn it right back around at them, and you fight for your money and you fight for your car sale. There's a lot to it. And it takes guts and it takes you trying and trying and trying. You won't get in trouble for any of that with your dealership because all you're trying to do is get the sale and try to further the dealership's health. You tell the If you ever tell your sales manager, "Hey, I'm just trying to keep our deals healthy, keep the dealership health up, and I'm trying to earn business the right way," and the guy was offering crazy numbers, your manager's not going to get you in trouble. Jordan's looking out for us. Sorry, man.
Hmm.
I tried getting him in. I tried setting an appointment. He's refusing to come in. Oh, you're in trouble. No, Jordan, you're doing everything right. It's just we get customers like that are
Yep.
not they're not that fun. But
Hmm.
if every salesperson closed every customer, every salesman would average 100 cars a month. So take comfort knowing that you're in the same boat as everybody.
Yep.
Anything else?
Definitely been. No, man. I mean, I've got fantastic management up here. I mean, these guys have been helping me the best they can with how busy they are, and so obviously I got to put in my own work to get the best that I can. And
Yep.
so, I mean, this has been fantastic. Got a nice page full of notes. I think that that last one's going to help the biggest with just not letting people bully me around because people call in like, "What's the best price?" And it's like, "All right, give me some info, and then I'll get you the best. I'll get you a price." And so, and they go out and never see them again. So I think fighting them a bit more and actually thinking that these guys they're not going to buy anyways, so might as well get them into the store to where they actually do have a chance of buying. And so and do my best there. And so
Yeah, you hold your ground
yeah,
a
I
little
mean,
bit.
really, this has been really good, and I really appreciate it.